All right, you need three things in order for this to work. A custom domain for your GrooveKart store, duh. A legacy domain setup, as Groove.cm calls it, in order for this to work. And if you don't yet know how to set it up, there's another tutorial I'm going to do where I show you how to set it up. Keep in mind that if you don't have this, this is not going to work. The necessary screens are not going to appear. So if you have to convert your GrooveKart store to a legacy domain setup, so be it. And lastly, a custom domain email provider that offers SMTP credentials. For the purposes of this video, we're going to be using Google Workspace, or Google G Suite as they used to call it. You're using a Gmail inbox to send and receive messages from a custom domain email. Now, it used to be that you had to turn on something called less secure apps, allow less secure apps in order for you to do this. You don't have to do that anymore. So the first thing we want to make sure we're doing is we go to account.google.com. I'm in here in my account settings, as long as you're an admin, and we go to the security tab. Now, even if you have two-factor authentication set up somewhere else, such as the Google Admin Console, you will want to turn on two-step authentication on the account level. It's literally a second layer, because there's the admin, and then there are like account level users. I learned this the hard way. All these instructions have been verified by Google support. So once it's turned on, you'll have the ability to generate app passwords. There's a tab that shows up here. You click on that, you sign in again if they ask you to. And at this screen, you select app. While most people recommend other, Google confirms that mail works, and essentially it allows access to apps that would otherwise not be allowed with normal authentication. It'll simply allow access to the Gmail server. So we click on this one, we choose another device, we name it GrooveKart, so we can save it. We click on generate, and Google is going to give you a 16-character alphanumeric password just like this one. Don't copy and paste mine, obviously. I'm going to delete it after I create this video. You are going to have your own. You copy it to your clipboard, and notice it's going to copy to your clipboard without spaces. You go into your GrooveKart dashboard, and when you're inside your store, you click on this little shopping cart icon, and there's going to be a menu item that's called My Help Desk. It is a little tricky to find, but the menu item is called My Help Desk. And these settings should show up if you have a legacy domain setup. If you have configured the domain through Groove the regular way, it won't show up. So please, 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 when the tutorial video is out, I'm going to put it in the description, and you have to follow that before you can go back to these instructions. Once you have made these settings appear, there's going to be a setting called SMTP setup at the bottom. Click the radio button that says Custom SMTP, and here's what you'll want to insert. You'll want to insert the email address that you use to log into Google Workspace, and it has to be the primary address, not an alias. SMTP server, smtp.gmail.com. SMTP username is the same Google Workspace login. SMTP password, this is where you paste the 16-character app password. Set encryption to SSL, set the port to 465, and then there's going to be a button where you're going to save the settings. Once you do that, input the email address where you want to send a test message, and click on Send a Test Email. And if the email arrives, awesome. You are good to go. Now, with regards to usage limits on Gmail, I'm going to post some more data below in the comments section, some support articles that give you an idea about what this would mean in terms of Google SMTP credit usage. Because as a paid Google Workspace user, they do give you a generous amount of usage over and above and beyond the regular amount of usage that is given to you in free Gmail. One thing that I can tell you is that the way that GrooveKart uses it, it is only one recipient per email sent out, so you don't have to worry about all that. All right, so you're all good to go. Keep in mind that you are responsible for the security of your Google Workspace credentials. And if you have any questions, you can always go to admin.google.com and ask them about how secure this is. All right. If you would like to learn more tips and tricks about GrooveKart, GrooveFunnels, and other digital marketing software and how to make the most of it, be sure to subscribe to the Marketer's Secret Toolbox and hit the bell to get more notifications. And in the description, you're going to find more videos and resources that are relevant and will help you out in your digital marketing journey. All right, this is Alexander V signing off. Good night. Bye-bye.